Good morning. This is Tati. You know how it goes up. Study reading. It's funny because if you've been on this channel for a while, I've been said I was like, nah, I don't want to read Doja. This better stop. Why is it falling? Chill out. It's better chill. Okay. But for like the longest time, I was like, nah, like there's something weird in her energy. I don't want to read her. And I told you guys, I tried to do a reading on her in 2020, like mid quarantine, when Say So was big and Nicki Minaj had just got on the remix type shit. And I told you guys I tried to do a reading on her, and I pulled the Seven of Cups, and I couldn't even read the Seven of Cups. The energy I felt was so scattered that it kind of hurt me. Like, as a spiritualist, when you do readings type shit and you get into an energy and you could feel it hurting you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the energy made me feel like. And I felt like I was on heavy drugs, y'all. Like no offense, I smoke my fucking weed, but it's like whatever this girl takes, either pill form, powder form, crystal form, honey. Those are three things I see around Doja: powder, crystal, and pill. Those are literally three things I see around this chick. And I see a lot of people that like try to cuddle her and huddle her and harbor her. But at the end of the day, if somebody is really going through a mental issue, there is no amount of covering, harboring, holding, putting up the fucking magic curtain. There's no amount of that you can do for anyone that's going through something. And this is not just about Doja. This is about us in our real life. We've been around friends that have mental issues. We've been around family members that are going through mental breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So like let's try to understand this on not such a large scale, because at the end of the day, people need help out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to come from a more human place with this shit. Because you know what's not to be a fucking asshole, but when I first uploaded this live and I put the laughing emoji on accident, I'm not gonna lie, that shit made me crack up. If you saw when I was first trying to make this live and I put the laugh emoji, that shit had me cracking the fuck up. Because honestly, I'm not gonna try to say, oh, she's a horrible person. No, I don't think she's horrible. I don't think none of that shit. I just think that she's someone that's been misguided. You know, you can be misguided by the wrong crowd when you want. It's almost like this energy of somebody who really wants to be accepted. Somebody who wants to have friends. You know. Okay, so fun fact about Doja. I live somewhere in South Florida. Doja grew up around here. Like, Doja legit went to fucking, there's a high school called Flanagan High School. Very close to where I grew up. Doja grew up in this neighborhood. So I understand this neighborhood. And where she grew up at, there was a lot of white people. Now, when you're half black, and you don't know your father, who is black, and there's a stigma around that already. If you know, you know, right? And then you're around all these white kids. I really feel like, you know, Doja had no choice but to be white identified. Her mom is white Jewish. Her black daddy never fucking came back for her. That nigga, sorry, I'm just speaking like I'm speaking. Y'all know how I be talking shit, but you know, her dad just left to Africa and never came back. Like, he just legit left her. Like, never called, never checked up on her, nothing. So I think she has a lot of deep insecurities with her masculine side. She has deep insecurities with her feminine side. I think we're watching someone who's literally trying to find her way in the middle of two worlds. Especially in the industry, it's like, oh, well, maybe she can be black identified here, or she can be white identified there, or, you know, if she does a song with Ozuna, Bad Bunny, shit, she look like she can be Hispanic. Put her over there. That's what they, well, they did it with Cardi on a way worse scale, to be honest. You know, because Doja doesn't really use nigga like that in her vocabulary. But just as an example, Cardi, how Cardi was able to get put everywhere. Make a song with Maroon 5, make a song with Ozuna, make a song here. It's kind of like that same energy, and I feel like Doja gets lost in that because she knows what she was put here to do, but the way she feels that society and people pull on her and pull at her, um, that's why we're seeing what is on the fucking thumbnail. When you are a young mixed girl and you have a white identified family that raised you, and your black dad and black side of your family, she's never met her black cousins, her aunts, none of that shit. So all of this confusion, right? All of this energy. I hope you guys can't hear this and I don't get copyrighted. Alright, but all of this confusion energy, this is what I like to say leads people into a spiritual conundrum. Because all of that confusion for the time you're small, to the time you're an adult, to whatever it is, racial confusion, mental confusion, where you belong, what you want to do, that's all a part of confusion. And I think confusion is an even darker energy than people realize, because when you really are lost and you really are confused, it can lead you into substances. And that's another big part of this. And the fact that Doja does not have a mental health therapist. She doesn't have mental health. And I always talk about how these people get millions of dollars, but there's no therapist in sight. There's jewelry, there's cars, there's homes, there's shoes, there's clothes. But you get $25 million in 1 year, and there's no therapy to help you. I'm really, you know what's crazy? I'm having a vision of Doja getting hugged by a big black woman. Doja does have black ancestry, obviously. Her father is South African. Her father was actually a famous actor in Africa. How fucked up is that? Your dad is a famous actor in Africa and he leaves you? Holy shit. I'd be a little fucked up too. I can't even lie. But, give me 1 second. I'm gonna drink my coffee and I'm gonna get into the spiritual meaning of hair. Good morning. I hope everyone's good. Thank you for the likes. Keep them coming. Appreciate it. Okay. So, spiritual meaning of hair. Now, when I did my little research before this video, hi Jiggy, long time no see. Hi Goddess. Oh, I got the bad bitches in my live this morning. I'm so excited. I love when the bad bitches come through. But getting into the spiritual meaning of hair, your hair is directly linked to your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is the direct link to your divinity, the direct link we all possess to heaven, to God, to angels, to those light, multi-dimensional beings. That is what your crown chakra and your hair is meant to be. Now, I wanted to tell a little story about something that occurred with me not too long ago, and after it happened, it's when something was revealed to me that someone I actually knew was trying to do some really dark fucking voodoo on me, like some really weird ass shit, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. And I've always had CPTSD, which is complex PTSD. And I have little quirks, okay? When you have a lot of PTSD or you've been through a lot of traumatic violence, whatever it is, you tend to have little quirks. Either it's maybe the way you talk, or it's the way you move, or it's the way you think. You know what I'm saying? It all mental things manifest in different ways based on how you are compartmentalizing it and based on how you're breaking it down within yourself. And what happened to me was I had taken out some braids, and during the process of my natural hair being out, I found myself having this quirk of like touching my hair. And it got to the point where I was playing in one side of my head so badly that I actually pulled some hair out. Like, it wasn't, oh, okay, I'm just playing. Like, no, like, I actually kind of pulled some of my hair out. I wasn't freaking out or anything. Like I said, when you have complex PTSD or PTSD or any kind of trauma in general, it manifests. Sometimes you have physical quirks, and that was one of them. And maybe 2 to 3 weeks later, something was revealed to me by spirit that I'm gonna say those people, because there was more than one person involved. Um, that something was actually happening, and when all this energy came back to me, every energy in my crown chakra felt. I saw a lot of colors. That's what I'll say. I saw a lot of colors. I saw basically when you have people messing with your crown chakra, and I think that's what's going on with Doja. She has a lot of people messing with her crown chakra, whether she realizes or not. That's why she did what she did. Now, another vision I had while I was manifesting this reading. Britney Spears, 2007. Shaved head, barefoot, walking out of a shop. These breakdowns are two totally different things, but the spiritual meaning of hair won't change. It's almost as if Doja's trying to find her crown chakra. There's been years of prolonged abuse here. Mental abuse, emotional abuse. There is a lot behind the scenes. Give me 1 second. I'm channeling a lot of weird shit. But that is the spiritual meaning of your hair, okay? Connects you to the crown, connects you to the divine. Be careful with it. Take care of it. Be careful who you let do your hair. Be careful who you let touch your hair. That's why I'm self-teaching myself how to do a lot of shit. Okay? Especially my black women. Okay? Our hair community is fucked up. Let's not lie. Hair community for black women is weird as hell right now. And overly expensive. Better learn how to cornrow. That's what I'm doing. Gotta do some braids. Gotta put a wig on properly. Let me see what else Spirit wants to tell me about hair. I'm hearing Hair by Lady Gaga, which is one of my favorite songs. That album is the shit. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the cards. Damn. Y'all, I've had the crazy, I woke up early this morning, well, because I let myself get rest yesterday. That's why I didn't upload anything yesterday. I was gonna come on and do a whole live and shit yesterday, but I was sleepy. I had a Reiki client, made me tired. I think a lot of us at this time need to do a lot of crown chakra work. I feel like no matter what, there's always something else that's bigger than us that's always going on behind the scenes, you guys. Like when people be talking about, I feel this and I feel that and I feel that, yeah, because you're feeling the collective. I have this one client and she's very clairsentient, and she's like, I feel this and I feel that, and sometimes she goes a little crazy. I'm like, girl, relax. It's a part of your gift. Either you realize you're feeling and you're able to break it down in a way that's healthy so that you can ground it and then push the feeling out and then understand what power comes through that. And I think right now there's a lot of us who need to protect our crown chakra more and more and more and more, because the crown chakra is very connected to the third eye and the pineal gland. I think the top 3 chakras, your crown, your third eye, and your throat are very important right now and actually need the most protection. So if you got an evil eye, something black, some selenite, make sure you keep it on you somewhere, because the way I feel energy coming after, those of us who want to be less led by what's going on in music and all the stuff today, I think it's really, really, really important. Really important. Social media energy, all of that shit. Protect yourself. I got this spray. Protect yourself. There's a lot of nasty people doing nasty shit right now. I'm telling you, I have visions of some shit, and I'm like, sometimes I get frustrated. I'm like, why the fuck am I seeing this nasty ass shit? But it's just God's way of telling me, while you're doing what you're doing and we're working on raising our vibration, there's people actively working on lowering the collective's vibration by doing nasty shit, by being nasty, by lying. I'm going to get into these cards for Doja. I was going to think, but you guys prefer tarot when I do tarot, so I'm going to just do tarot. I was going to just do a channeling for her, but I don't really want to see all that shit anyways. You guys like cards, so I'd rather do it for you guys anyways. Let me spray this shit on my cards. Give me a second, honey. Yes. Protect this energy, protect that eye. My throat. Okay, let's go. Alright. What's her whole name? Shit, you know what? It's crazy because if you look at Doja Cat's name, her name is African as fuck. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but her real name is long and African as hell. And that's why I was talking about how she grew up. If you grow up in the suburbs and your black dad went back to Africa, forgot about your ass, and you're raised with your white mama and the rest of your white siblings, I'm sure you're going to feel some way. And on top of it, her name is very African. I can't even pronounce it. Okay? I can't. Ace of Swords and Judgment coming out for Doja. I'm telling you, there's a lot of energy. Okay, I'm going to keep these two cards, actually. I'm going to let them run. The Ace of Swords. Now, for those of you that do a little tarot, I know there is some of you in the chat that do some tarot. Okay? The Ace of Swords is all about your crown chakra. Stop it. Stupid cards. The Ace of Swords is all about your mind. The Ace of Swords is all about the power that you hold up there. The Ace of Swords is about clarity and knowing how much power you have. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say Doja feels very powerless. Yep. That's what this is. She feels powerless against an organization. Because this Judgment card is giving me, like I said, your crown chakra, you're connected to the angels, to the higher metaphysical beings, to God, to your ancestors. There's some fuzziness here. What am I having a vision of? What's that called when the TV goes fuzzy? Like the little fuzzy screen? What's that shit called, y'all? Put it in the chat. I can't fucking think of it. But that's what I'm having a vision of, that fuzzy TV shit. That's what I feel like is going on with her. There's someone that she needs to give something to. Whether this pinnacle represents money, energy, static. Thank you, JJ. I'm having a vision of a whole bunch of static. Yeah, I'm having a vision of someone who's just, it's like, there's also something about a relationship. I feel like there was a relationship. Yeah, because I'm seeing, okay, here we go. Another channel. Cards is talking. There's a relationship here. Whether it's a past one she went through before or it's something that just happened. But there is some issue here with the relationship as well, because I'm having a vision of a masculine. And I know Doja likes white men. And this is a white masculine I'm seeing. I feel like I feel like Doja got a text message or a phone call, and this is what set her off when it came to her getting on live and shaving her shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like she got some kind of text or a phone call or something that made her, something came up and it made her feel like shit. That's what I'm getting. Like literally. Either it was an ex or someone she knew, but I'm definitely seeing a white male here. And I heard she was dating someone. I'm not sure how concrete that is, but I am getting something around matters of the heart here. Also the mind. For a long time, Doja hasn't had a healthy mind or a healthy heart chakra. She's been very blocked off from, but she blocks herself off purposely from certain, okay, Doja's actually very spiritually, she might have a gift. Doja might have a spiritual gift. I think that's what I'm picking up on here. Because the Judgment and the Ace of Swords, that's all about the crown chakra. That's all about your connection to the divine, literally. I think Doja has a spiritual gift, and she uses drugs and alcohol and attention as a way to maybe not feel her gift as much. Either Doja's clairvoyant, clairaudient, or very clairsensitive. Maybe all three. But I'm picking up this as someone, I'm hearing I don't want to feel, I want to be numb. She's been numb for a long time. Look, the devil card on the back of the deck. This girl's been numb for a long time. She wants to be numb. She doesn't know how else to like. That's what I'm hearing from her. I'm hearing like, I don't know how else to handle this. I don't know how else. I'm telling you, this girl has a spiritual gift, y'all. She doesn't know how to handle her gift. It makes her crazy. That's why she does drugs. That's why she drinks. I tell people, most people who are homeless on the street, most people who are addicted to alcohol, drugs, pills, whatever, they have spiritual gifts. They just don't know how to handle them. When you have a real spiritual gift, you're very sensitive. Your aura is sensitive, your heart is sensitive, everything is sensitive. She's a very sensitive person. And what set this whole entire shaving thing off was something that someone said to her. Either an ex or a current boyfriend, but something really triggered her and made her feel extremely, extremely, extremely insecure. But she's been feeling this way. Spirit is telling me she's been feeling this way for at least a year and a half. Yeah. Doja's been Ace of Cups. She's a very emotional person. That's why she's gimmicky and she's very sarcastic. You know, sarcasm. Sarcasm is the darkest form of comedy. I love sarcasm. Don't get me wrong. Sarcastic all day on a platter. But this is someone who deflects a lot. Oh, please don't let this copyright sit in with the song track. But this is definitely someone who, with the Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, she drinks a lot. Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups in the back of the deck, she might have been drinking on that live. I'm picking up that there was people watching her. Like, I'm getting that there was friends watching the live and they were crying. Because her friends know that something's really wrong with her, y'all. The people closest to her, whoever it is, her team, her friend, whatever it is, somebody was watching that live and they were fucking crying. Because they know that something deeper is going on with her, behind the scenes. She's had a lot of friends try to help her. This Ace of Cups and this Ace of Swords, I feel like now, like, because before, I feel like her friends were, like, laughing at her, mooching off of her. I mean, she's a damn millionaire, you know? So I feel like her friends were laughing with her, kikiing with her, and were laughing at her jokes, making her think she was just funny. No, she's not just funny. She's suffering. And now the people around her with this judgment card, now there's a lot of up in arms energy. Like, holy shit. I think soon we're going to hear some news about her going somewhere, doing something for help, for therapy. She has a very big ego with the Six of Wands. She has a huge ego. That's why she likes to get up on live. That's why, with the Judgment card, that's why she likes to have attention in the audience. It's so that this mental ailment she has, she doesn't feel like it's so bad. There's something mentally she's had for a long time. Ooh, excuse me. I'm telling you, the King and the Queen of Swords just came out. The Devil in reverse. Like I told you guys, for some of you, I feel like she got a call or a message from a man she likes or she's been sexual with, and something about that set her off. And she started drinking, and she started doing shit. It's like low-key, she was like spiraling in front of our eyes. Honestly. Let me get a few more for Doja. There's a whole bunch of cards just sticking out. Doja. The Three of Cups are sticking out. Yeah, look at this. What did I tell you guys? The Three of Cups represents friendships, relationships. Five of Cups. I'm telling y'all, there was somebody, a friend of hers, or maybe even a few friends of hers, who was watching this live, and they were so emotional. Like, it's like these friends, like, they knew she was going through something. Oh, shit. They knew she was going through something, but they didn't think it would get to that place. That's why the Judgment card is here. The Judgment is about a wake-up call. Yeah. The Judgment card is all about wake-up calls, and her friends received a heavy one watching her. It scared them. The people that care about her, they're close to her, this shit scared them. And Doja's still drinking. It's like she's drinking and smoking and doing all kinds of shit, like, I'm telling you, man, this is someone who has spent years covering up, because she has a spiritual gift, because she's very connected to Archangel Sandalphon. Okay? Archangel Sandalphon is the archangel of music. I'm connected to Archangel Sandalphon. I hear music from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I get music, channeled messages all day long, especially in regards to my own life. So this girl is someone who's very naturally, with the Judgment and Ace of Swords, she's very naturally connected to divine, especially because of her father's roots. Like I said, in the metaphysical, there is a big black woman trying to hug Doja. Like, literally trying to put Doja in her arms and, like, swaddle her. There's something about the fact that she needs her ancestors right now. There's a video from 2020 of Doja talking about her 4C hair. Doja has 4C hair, like extreme, like my 4C hair. And there's a video of her talking about it, and she has it out. It looks beautiful. But the negativity surrounding her 4C hair, it was pretty sad to hear come out her mouth, because you can just hear how it doesn't just maybe come from what she looks like. It probably comes from years of her white mama talking about it, her white cousins, her white aunties, uncles, and her white friends. I told you guys, this girl grew up in the suburbs around a bunch of white people. Her black dad was nowhere to be found and teach her how to love her black side. This is someone who has an identity crisis all the time. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, she's always having an identity crisis, because in the industry, when you look how she looks, you can get put in all three categories, and in some way, I think that could cause like a personality rift, or maybe like a shift in your emotions or in your mental health. she's definitely going to be receiving some kind of help. Definitely. Either we're going to hear about it or we might not. But someone's going to swoop in and help her, honey. Call Yama. Four Swords. Yeah. This girl needs to rest, yo. This girl needs to chill out. Four Swords. I'm telling you, there is not a more to the point card of Four Swords. This girl has a lot of mental healing to do. She could be having headaches. She could be going through weird hangovers. She could be, like I said, this is a psychic girl. She's psychic. She just doesn't know how to handle all of the feelings and the shit that she gets. She like literally crumbles underneath it. This is someone who needs their ancestors. Period. If she has ancestors calling out to her, she just doesn't know, and she wasn't raised to look at her ancestors. Like she wasn't even raised to do that shit. She needs a lot. What's the word? She needs a lot of black women support. She does. Doja needs more real black friends. Because there's something about herself that she's not letting the real her show. I mean, in the way she is, being all quirky and being all crazy, okay. But is that really who you are, or are you just deflecting? I told you guys, this is someone who deflects a lot. Because she can't necessarily handle what's really underneath her mask. Yeah, she definitely wears a mask through a lot of situations. Because she doesn't know how else to handle it. Let's see. The World card. I feel like she's trying to show us something subliminally. Like I said, you guys, I picked up on Britney Spears' energy, and I'm kind of picking up the same thing. It's just not as severe. But behind the scenes, when she turned off that camera, who knows what the fuck who knows if she started crying, if she started screaming, if she wanted to cut herself, if she wanted to kill herself. We don't know. So with the World card here, this is all about the world looking in on what you're doing. But with the Four of Swords, it's an unhealthy fixation on what other people. It's like she has this really unhealthy fixation of what people want to see her doing, or how people want to see her doing. This is what Doja says. Oh, people want to see me fucking lose my mind and lose this anyways. Why would people care? That's kind of what she's thinking with this the World card, especially with this Four of Swords. It's kind of like, oh, why would people even want to know? Or it's something weird like that that goes through her mind. 3333 on the clock. I'm telling you, she has a lot of spirits that have tried to help her. She's had a lot of entities that try to help her, but she doesn't listen. It's like she's a psychic that takes all of the negative shit. You know, she doesn't take any of the positive stuff. But with this World card, there's a big change spiritually that's gonna go down. It has to go down. Her ancestors are trying to shield her. You see this wreath around this woman? Her ancestors are trying to shield her. But she's just not in the right mind space with this Four of Swords. And with this Three of Cups, she's around a lot of people that yes woman her. Yes woman, yes Doja, yes this, yes that. She's around a lot of people that want money from her. So they're going to yes man her no matter what the world is saying, no matter what other people see. Too many people collecting checks from her. And that's the same reason, that same shit happened to Britney Spears. Didn't Justin Bieber shave his head at one point and walk outside barefoot? I mean, being barefoot is the most spiritual thing you can do outside. You're trying to ground yourself. Shaving your head, you're taking away from your crown chakra. You're trying to find God. You're trying to, like, I'm hearing Doja even has trouble praying. Like, there's something very weird going on the past 2 years. We're just seeing the accumulation of a lot of negativity and mental health issues all for coming to one. Just keep it real. I'm going to get one more. The Lovers. What did I say, you guys? What did I say? I said I feel like this whole situation was brought forward because she either got a text or a phone call by someone who she's dealing with. Look, the Emperor. A male. Could be a male in the industry. But I'm telling you, this whole thing started happening because there's some kind of love situation behind the scenes that's happening with her. There's something that you know what? I'm feeling like the Three of Swords energy, kind of a little bit, not necessarily, but I'm getting that there's definitely been a couple of situations in love in her heart chakra that have hurt her recently. And I feel like we're kind of watching her go through this energy. Because, you know, after you go through a heartbreak, it's like, okay, the first week it's really hard. The second week, it might get a little easier. Oh, the third week, oh shit, I'm still heartbroken. Like, I'm feeling that energy for her. Like, she's going through multiple heartbreaks. She's trying to shield herself with alcohol and substances. I'm having a vision of a boiling pot. You know when you leave a pot on and the water and the bubbles like blah, 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 and you know, and the top is going fucking crazy? That's what I'm having a vision of. This girl has been a pot that's about to boil over. She's been that. That's why I told you guys I didn't really want to do a reading on her, because there's a lot of weird energy around her. And it was only a matter of time before she did something really weird. It's only going to get a little weirder. I'm hearing puppet. Puppet, 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 puppet. You know, she doesn't want to be a puppet for the industry, but she is. Yeah. She doesn't want to be, she wants the money, but she doesn't want the darkness that comes with it. That's why the devil card came out like that earlier. There's a lot in this fucking reading. God bless Doja Cat. I'm not reading no more. This shit gonna make me tired. I got jobs to do. Okay, I love you guys. If you fuck with the kid, personals, high vibration channel. If you really fuck with the kid, you have donated. I appreciate it. The links are down below. I love you.